Hello, everyone. Today we've got a very interesting topic, and I want to actually start with a question to you. What do you think about your online presence for your business? Do you think you have an online presence? Where do you see it? Do you think it's a strong one?
So what I think about the online presence, first of all, before lockdown, I think when it came to online, people needed to be online, but maybe possibly not to the same degree. Now that we've got lockdown and we've gone through this and it's been, I don't know, it hasn't been a year, but it feels like about a year. If you don't have an online presence, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea. How do you get to know people? How do you get a reputation? How do you get business? How do you do anything if you are not online? Because there's no face-to-face, there is no renting of space, people aren't going into offices. So I don't know how you make it work if you don't have an online presence. That's the first part. And also what's interesting
What do
is
you think it's an outside? Yeah, sorry.
yeah,
What do you think it's online presence means?
well, this is what I was going to say. So I think if you Google your name, that's a very important thing to do because then you can see what comes up for you when you Google your name. So for me, the online presence is around being very clear about what it is that I do and communicating that from a professional perspective, but putting in a little bit. So in my Instagram, on my Instagram account, I do quotes with the videos that we do. And the quotes are very much in line with the videos, but also very much around what I believe in. So you get a sense of what I stand for, what I believe in, and then you also get a sense of what it is I offer through the videos. So for me, that's a very clear message, but it's not overly selling and it's not overly marketing. It's going, hey, this is what I'm about. What are you about? If we resonate, let's connect. And if we don't, it doesn't matter. So I don't know.
Because I think it's very interesting, and you started it because online presence is something very important, and a lot of us don't really understand that it was something that was very important up until now, but now it even became even more, extremely more important. And when we look about an online presence, a lot of us getting confused. We think that if we are on all the different social media platforms, that means that we've got a strong online presence. No, it's not. There are other stuff you as well need to have an online presence. And one of them is, for example, having a website. And if not a website, having a landing page, a place for people when they Google it, they can find a place that they can come and they can see information about you, who you are. Because let's say, for example, if Instagram is the platform for your business and you use it, people can now really learn about you that much as they have on a website, because you don't have the place for the about us. There's not a lot of place, like the bio is very short. There's not a lot of place for you to give that information. And you want to like
I want to say something about that whole thing though. That's something that's really been irking me, and we speak about this so often, and I bring it up every time because every time it irks me. But I don't understand why people, whether it is LinkedIn. So last time my little moan was about LinkedIn. Now this time it's going to be on the Instagram. I'm going to have a little bit of a moan. Please stop trying to sell me things. It's driving me nuts. Like, absolutely, when people put out, they do send out beautiful images. Oh, man, it's going to entice me. Or they send beautiful quotes. It's going to entice me. Or a video entice me. But when you start saying to me, I can help you turn your business around, don't do that. I just don't know if it's just me, but it's the worst, especially we've just connected. And now you're telling me how you can get me all these leads and turn my business around. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, it literally makes me want to unfollow you, because let's get to know each other first before we start even going there. And I haven't even asked you if you can help me. So I don't know. I'm very anti that, very much.
And I think that's the thing, like a lot of time what people are trying to do with the online is, and especially with the social media platform, is just to sell and sell and sell. And you're actually missing the point out. The reason for having social media is not for you to sell directly. It's for you to build relationships. It's for you to build connections, for you to have your own community, become their go-to person. You want to build it. if I'm going to build relationship with you, I'm gaining your trust. If I'm gaining your trust, that means that you're going to come and work with me whenever you're ready to work with me. And you're going to be the best brand ambassadors for me. So why not do it? Why not use it? And that's part of how you have a strong online presence. Because if you have a presence on the online where you are actually building something strong, that people get to know you. And, you know, I can see it on the different today Facebook groups that you've got. And you can see exactly who are the people that are very strong in the community, because you can see them in the different groups. You see them engaging, you see them like posting, you see people asking them questions. They're becoming gurus in their industry. And that's what people are looking for. Everyone looking for a person that, let's say, like I do the marketing, you do the personal development side. When someone want to come and ask question about this, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we share also the information. I'm not sharing our information with you and expecting money in return, right? I'm not asking you to pay for this. No, I'm sharing, building relationship with you. Some of you can say, you know what, you're not a very interesting person. I don't really enjoy the way you bring your knowledge out. And someone said, wow, I want to listen more. You are inspiring me. And that's the difference in relationship.
Yeah, and also with that, I think if you look at a track record, because I think there's patterns and there is history and past, you know, learning experiences and all of that stuff. And if you look back at all of that and you go, okay, so I'm not somebody to go and do the whole selling thing on social media because I'm so anti it, so I'm not going to do it. But if I had to speak to people that have done it, and I had to say to them, okay, so the last time you sent out that ad to somebody saying, hey, thanks for connecting with me. I can help you with your leads. I can help you grow your business. I can give you a special deal, blah, 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 blah. And if you ask those people that have done that consistently and you say to them, okay, how has that directly helped your business? How has that helped you grow your business? As opposed to speaking to somebody like yourself, or even speaking to somebody like me and saying, okay, so you've never done that. And how has that worked for you? You know, and you can look at it. It's like you're not going to be any more effective. You're not going to grow your business anymore by feeling that need to just sell to people. It's horrendous. If you can stop doing it.
And you know what? And I see it also like in the different Facebook groups, right? You can see that a lot of people, and let's be honest, and you can write in the comments here if you agree or not. But a lot of time, what you do, you actually entering those groups, posting your stuff, right? Saying like, please buy for me or whatever you write. This is my service. And then you disappear. You're not really scrolling on that page. You're not really reading what others are doing. So you're not really finding service over there. Because when you want something, you're going to search for it, right? And then it's going to lead you. And there's a question here saying, so do you recommend Facebook and Instagram ads to grow your following database? So this is not a yes or no question, because it's really depend on, you know, on your business and what you're trying to achieve. And I'm more of a person of organic marketing, which I really a big believer in it. And I think like organic marketing, and that's maybe a topic we can speak about. Organic marketing is that you build relationship, you're engaging, everything is for free, but you work hard and it takes time to get the result. If you get into the yes,
I want to do something on that. So this group, and I always talk about the support group that you've got going, because I love it and I think it's amazing. And I can tell you every time that we have our chats, you educate me, because marketing is not my game, but you're educating me. So thank you for that, because I'm getting bundles of knowledge on this. And what I love about the support group is the last time we spoke about it, you said it's not enough just to like. Everyone can just like. And if you think about it, when you're trying to build a community and connect with people, if you're just liking, what does that mean? That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. It's like saying to somebody, how are you? And not even listening or waiting for the response and just assuming they say fine. You go, okay, it's that indifferent. Whereas with this, what I've started to do since our last chat is now I go onto people's Instagram page. I look at the stuff that they've written, whether it's quotes, whether like quotes are big for me, anything that makes me feel moved, connected, engaged, that really, I love that. And then I've now started to comment through the hashtags, but just know that when I'm commenting on people's various Instagram pages, I really mean every single word that I'm saying. I am not just going, hey, nice. I'm saying that because I've taken the time to go through your page and gone, wow, I love that. I love that, especially a lot of the inspiring quotes and things like that. And I look at it now and I feel, because of you, a lot of us have started to come, there's a group of us who continuously connect and communicate and talk. So it's slowly developing and building that relationship. And that's something you've created. And that for me is a community. It really, really is.
So I'll go back again to the question, because that's part of it. And that's part of being organic marketing. But do I do Instagram and Facebook ads? I'll do it. By the way, if you do Instagram ads, it's more recommended to do to the story and not to the post. That's what most people do. That's where they're getting more results. But you do it because you want quick results and quick wins. But you need to bear in mind that it's like you really need to know your target market, because if you know them really, really, and you put them in the description, then you can reach out to. So you can work on doing the adverts to grow. But like what I'll do to grow my database is that I'll use my different platforms to bring people. So let's say, for example, you have an Instagram account, bring the people from Instagram. If you have a Facebook page, you want to bring it to Instagram, use it, bring it from there. If you do newsletters, bring the people from there. It's like how you want to grow, even to grow your database for your newsletter. Give a giveaway, have a landing page that when people put their information there, they're getting automatically like a file, like a checklist or something with like valuable information for them that they want and they're going to download. There's different ways to do it like this and for free. And I really believe in the more of the free versus the adverts, because let's be honest, as a small business, we don't have a big budget, okay? We need to prioritize what we're using the money for. And if you want to build a business for the long run, you need to do more and more like of the organic marketing, which is the building the relationship. But yes, if you have a bit of a budget on the side that you can put the adverts, just to enhance it and like get more, like just to get even more of a push, just put it more in the top of mind. But with the adverts, you need to be very careful, because you need to be very accurate in the adverts. If you want to gain the most out of it and bring proper leads and proper, potential clients that will convert to clients, you need to do it. But I won't do it just to get more followers or to increase my database. I will do it in order to engage better, in order for me to bring more value to my clients. But I'm a big believer that there's a lot of stuff you can do.
And also what you said a lot, and I really, really, really agree, is that I don't want, like with everything, I'm not wanting the mass, I'm not wanting the numbers. I'm really, really not. I mean, LinkedIn, I think there's over 5,000 people I'm connected to. I know probably none of them. I have no relationship with them. There's no community. As you said to me before, you don't really think LinkedIn's my platform. I don't think LinkedIn's my platform, but I'm there. So I'm sitting there like a bit of a dead duck, but it is what it is. It's just kind of floating, doing its thing. Whereas on my other pages, I've got a lot less people, but I know these people. We communicate, we engage, we've done business.
Don't pay the bills. Put it out there, okay? So, by the way, if you have question, even if you watch it now on a watch party, write the question. I'll answer either now on live or like after. I'll answer your questions. But it is live.
But I do think people need to Google their name. Google your name and see what comes up. Like, let's hope you don't get some like porn site or something that comes up, because I don't know what you do with that. But when I Googled my name, the first 2 or 3 were me. And then after that, it was Instagram with somebody, also Bridget Knight, but it was somebody else and someone else. And then after it was somebody else. But it's interesting because you don't know what's out there until you actually do that search. So that's very worth it.
I know what you can find if you're going to Google my Hebrew name. Like if I'll write it in Hebrew, you can see a lot of pictures that I took while I was working in a PR company. So you can see a lot of fashion. But I do really believe that like what we're talking about, the online presence, that like you said now, it's also having like to have a website, a landing page, a place for people to go to. And I know a lot of people are trying to maybe save that money on a website. If you cannot have someone to design your website, do it by yourself. Don't buy a domain yet. Do it. There's different platforms like MailChimp and Wix that allow you to use their URL address, and you can design for free something very simple. Because people want to know when and I want you to bear it in mind when we talk about online presence, is that if I'm now looking for a business to work with, and everyone do it, by the way, I'll Google it. And I'll check if they're on Facebook and on Instagram, and I'm gonna check what's happening with that company. And that's why you need to have a strong online presence. Because if I'm gonna Google your company, let's say I'm searching now, let's say for a dentist, right? I'm searching for a dentist, and then I'll see all the different names. I'll try to look if they've got a website or not. I'll try to search them online. I'll see what's the review. I'll see if their pages is up to date or something that they neglected. All of this will tell me something about the business. And more than 75% of the decision making, and by the way, those are numbers that's what the big companies are following, because that's what they know. They always say to the sales team that that's where people making the decision. That's people make the decision online. So if you're not there, if you don't have a strong online presence, it's not going to work. And not everything needs to be involved money. Like if you can really not afford yourself to design a website, just design a landing page for free. Just make sure that your Facebook page is your mini website, that you updated your service, everything about you. There is content over there. Put it out there, because if you're not going to put it out there, no one will know. And Nikki, by the way, I hope I answer your question.
Make sure that your spelling is correct and your punctuation and all of that, because I think sometimes people underestimate how people look at that, and your credibility really, really is in question if you are not using the right punctuation or the right grammar, or So just make sure that you either have it checked or have it done professionally, but don't just write stuff and if it's not, if it hasn't been checked and that it's all right.
And you know what? It's all good to do it. And a lot of time we do have mistakes. We are human beings, and sometimes we're missing a small gap, and you've got more analytic people that will look and see all the small mistakes that you did. And so, but it's not a shame. Like, I know my English is not my first language. So that's what I've done with my website. I give 2 different people that English is their main language, and one of them actually works in HR. So I gave him to take a look, make some mistakes, do corrections, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong about it. And I would do the same, by the way, even when I write something in Hebrew in my language, I'll give it to someone else, because sometimes you do have mistakes. And, even like today, when I'm posting on my phone, I'm posting on my phone, there's autocorrect. So when someone actually texts me after, and some people actually texting me after, listen, you missed the letter here, I'll correct it, and I won't see it as a bad thing, because it's
I was going to say that if you do see a spelling mistake, and you can actually let that person know, just send them a WhatsApp or a message on Facebook or however you choose, and just go, hey, I'd love it, whatever, but just give you a heads up, spelling correction, because you want to make, if you can help somebody else, why wouldn't you, Yeah,
it is. And I personally, I'm not getting offended, because I know that I type so fast with my phone, and there's autocorrections, and sometimes I miss a letter. And I even have a friend, for example, that like I do on my Israeli phone, that I always laugh that her name is Inval, and every time for a while I couldn't get why she's like, no one get why I'm asking, like, who am I chatting to? And I said, who's Crocs, like the shoes. Somehow my autocorrect changed her name to this. There's not even connection even in the wording. So you don't even know sometimes the correction that it does. So let people know, but really work on your online presence. And if you have questions, just, feel free to contact me on the Big Dot Consulting page. I'll answer everything on like marketing. You do the personal development, and that's what we do every Friday. We give you tips around this. And now, even, I think we need to even chat more about now moving to level 2 and all the implications out there about our behavior, because we need to remember online presence and on other stuff of our behavior on the personal side, a lot of things have changed. So even if things are getting open more and more, there's a lot of like insecurities inside. People are still used more to the online now. It's been a long period of time. So that's where you need to be. If you're not going to be there online, you're not going to be, it's like you're not exist.
Yeah.
And just posting on groups, that's not what's going to give you to get the money too strong.
Yeah, and we will be back on Friday.
Yes. And we're going to wish you an awesome week. And next week, we're also going to speak about the marketing, and it's going to be very interesting. And by the way, I'm going to use this platform that I've actually created an online course, a mini online course about Instagram, how to grow your Instagram. So you know part of the stuff for me. So if you want to learn more about this, you can just message me and I'll give you the details. Have a lovely week.
Yeah, bye.